Hey folks, Greg here, and today we're going to unbox and review some Transformers from Hasbro. We have a Leader Class Laser Optimus Prime and a Voyager Class Bulkhead. We're going to take a look at their robot mode, their vehicle mode, compare them with their articulation, their detail, all that good stuff. And you know what, I'm going to call this, I know there's only one Leader Class in this video, but I'm going to call it Leader Class Showcase. It's okay that he's a Voyager Class and he's a Leader Class, because Leader Class sounds bigger and better, and overall more entertaining. Roll the card, Leader Class Showcase. So here we have Laser Optimus Prime in robot mode, and he looks good. He looks good. I'm not a huge fan of the gigantic shoulder pads, and in fact, they cause a lot of his articulation to they affect his articulation because they're in the way, so you can't dynamically pose him as well as you could others in the Transformers line because of those gigantic shoulder pads. They just get in the way of everything, which is unfortunate. I mean, some people may like this variant of Optimus Prime, Laser Optimus Prime. I'm not sure what that's from. People you know, please let me know in the comments below. Educate me, you know? I'm still dipping my toes back into Transformers after many, many years, so I'm still learning. But yeah, he's okay. I do like the translucent plastic on his chest. His head, of course, his head cannot turn. His head is locked in, sadly. I don't know why that can't turn just a little bit. His head is locked in the straight position, so you can't turn him. He does have joints on his legs, on his knees, his feet, elbows. His hands can turn left to right, but they can't really do much else. His shoulder can go up and down. He doesn't really have a lot of articulation in his shoulder. You can't push his shoulder forward or back without breaking the transformation. On the back, I do like how his cab is implemented on the back. You can kind of see from the side angle here, he kind of looks like his vehicle mode. But yeah, I mean, he looks okay. I prefer the regular Optimus Prime. I don't really care for this variant just because the shoulder pads are just so big and they, like I said, they get in the way of everything. So anyway, that's Optimus Laser Prime in robot mode. Let's take a look at him in vehicle mode. Optimus Prime looks much better in vehicle mode. I love the flames. He looks really flush. Again, you can put his accessories on him in this mode and hide the shield underneath his chassis. I believe that's what it's called on the back. You can hide his shield underneath him, which is fantastic. Blends in right there. I absolutely adore this Leader Class in vehicle mode. Vehicle mode is what he will stay in. I love how flush he is. I love how he looks. I love the flames. I love the grill. I love his Autobot symbol on his sides. He rolls perfectly. He looks great. Again, completely flush. I almost can't even tell if it wasn't the iconic semi-truck. I almost wouldn't be able to tell that this was, in fact, a Transformer. So, love him in vehicle mode. Prefer him in vehicle mode. He also comes with two weapon accessories, his axe and a sword. These are actually really cleverly hidden. The sword is actually really cleverly hidden underneath the trailer, which is kind of clever. And this thing goes on the back of Optimus Prime. It's unfortunate that so they're just cool little accessories. They look great with them. Always like weapons. Weapons are a good addition. I just wish he was more posable dynamically for this to look a little bit less like a old school action figure. Old school action figures didn't have any points of articulation. They just kind of stood there. Didn't have very many points. So I wish he was a little bit more dynamically posable. But these are his accessories. So now we have backup from Laser Optimus Prime's box in, I guess, trailer mode, or I guess this is also vehicle mode. I do like how they tried to break up the coloring, like he's light gray on the sides, dark gray at the top with red accents, rather than being all one solid color, which would really wash it out. It looks good, like the wheels turn and everything. It's a great addition for Optimus Laser Prime to have him towing behind him. I have really no complaints about this model. It looks like a trailer because that's what it is. It's just a bonus add-on for Optimus Prime to look cool with backup. That's basically it. Let's take a look at this thing when it transforms. Alright, so backup, he looks okay in this mode. It's very generic. It's not a complex transformer. He literally folds out in two places and folds up. He doesn't transform into a robot. He transforms to more of like a repair gun platform thing. It's pretty basic. It doesn't look the greatest. I prefer him in trailer mode or in vehicle mode over this mode just because it looks like it was it's just basic. You know, he transforms into a platform instead of a robot, so it's a little more simplistic. So, but I mean, it is accurate to the Laser Prime, so you can't fault them for that. It looks okay though. We have Bulkhead here in his box, and as I've said before in my other unboxing for Transformers, Hasbro has made an attempt to produce less plastic, so he does come in a new box. We have no plexiglass, so you can put things inside the box or touch the figure, which is kind of cool. I mean, I've heard some stories about people leaving presents inside the Transformers toy boxes. Don't do that. Let's open Bulkhead up and take a look at him. So this is Bulkhead in robot mode, and he comes with a lot of really cool accessories. He comes with a shield, he comes with a Gatling gun that goes on the back here, and he also comes with a mace that goes on his fist, and it actually opens up and he actually holds it, so you can remove this if you need to. He's really bulky, but that doesn't stop him from being actually superposable, which is really impressive. I mean, his shoulders can go up and down and pivot. Like, he's got a lot of articulation at his shoulders. His elbows can swivel, turn, and bend. He's got a lot of articulation there. Even his head can turn. On some of these models, sometimes the heads don't turn, and his knees bend at his waist. His legs stick out and bend. He's got a lot of promise for flexibility and display here. A lot of articulation here. So you can get him, and he looks great. He looks bulbous. I love that the cab is his chest. That's a classic Transformers trope. I love when you can see elements of the vehicle on the Transformers. I like when they look like blocky robots with bits and pieces of their vehicle mode showing, and not just like a bunch of a jumbled mess, as I would say. I like them when they have elements of their vehicle in them. And it looks great. They also do some really cool stuff in hiding some of his gas tanks or exhaust ports, hide inside his legs, which is a really clever design. And he looks overall good. I do love the green contrast. I love his eyes. His eyes look fantastic. Everything looks great. And he was relatively easy to transform in and out of vehicle mode. That said, let's jump into Bulkhead's vehicle mode and see how he looks. So this is Bulkhead in vehicle mode, and he looks okay. He wasn't as difficult to transform as some other ones. I really do like the transparent glass on his windshield. I think that adds a lot of detail to the figurine itself. His bottom, of course, looks like where his legs and his arms go. It can't be avoided, but he looks like a real car, which, if you guys have watched me in my other unboxings, I really do enjoy when the vehicle mode is flush and looks like an actual toy. If it looks too robotic or too futuristic, you can tell it transformed into something else. It looks really good. What's really cool is that in the back here, you can put his accessories, both his weapon and his fist accessories go in the back of his canvas truck or military utility vehicle, whatever this thing is, which is really cool. So it's actually like utility based for his transformation. His wheels spin and he looks great. I really like the bright green and how it separates itself from the other darker green, makes the contrast a little bit more prominent. But yeah, Bulkhead looks great. For more unboxing and reviews, you're already in the right place. You're on Shacknews.com.